Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In this video, we are going to talk about routing in Angular. So we will see how to define routes in Angular, what is router outlet, and what is router link, and how to do dynamic routing. So the routing is an important concept in Angular as it allows us to navigate between different views or pages in our application. So with Angular, we can define the routes for our application and then navigate to these routes using the Angular router. So this is an Angular blank application that has only standalone app component, and now we will create some more components to understand routing. So do you know what is standalone components? Actually, standalone components are launched in version 14 of Angular and stable in version 15. And by using standalone components, we can create Angular applications without modules. So if you want more details on standalone components, you can find the link in description. So for standalone components, we don't need to create any router module. We can just define these in main.ts. So for understanding, first we will create two more components. By using the standalone option, we can create standalone component. Home is created, and now we will create one more nggc about, and again standalone. Now we will define routing in main.ts. We can also create another file to define routes, but as of now I'm defining in main.ts only. So for that we need to create a router array const routes, and its type is routes. So we prepared this array for our routes, and now we will register these routes in these providers. And to register in these providers, we need a method import providers from, and in this we will pass router module dot for root, and in this we will pass our constant. So each route objects have some properties. First is this path, and in this we can define the URL path for the route. And next is component, and in this we can define the component that will be displayed for the route. And next is children. In this we can define an array of child routes that allows us to define nested routes. And there is one more, load children. So in this we can define the details for lazy loaded modules or components. So for now we will keep it simple, normal routes, and now we will see it in browser if it is working or not. So this is our application, and we created two more route. So first we will try home. Yeah, home is working. Yes, routes are working, but content is not rendering. So where the content will be rendered? So for this we will add router outlet directive in app components template. So we will copy this and we will add router outlet here. Let's see it in browser now. Yeah, this time about is working and home is also working. So the routes are working by changing URL in address bar. Now we will add the links in app component for both of these components. Suppose we are adding this here. So for the link, we will use router link directive, and in this we will pass the URL like for home, and next one is for about. Let's see in browser if these links are working or not. Yeah, two link is created here, and now suppose we want to process some data based on route parameter, like we need to show about details based on user, like we pass some username here, user1 and user2. So we will add dynamic routing to achieve this. So let's see. We will update the routing of our about. Here we will add a route parameter using colon, and suppose we pass here username. So this will be a dynamic parameter for this route. Let's add some links in app component as well, like about user1, about user2. Let's see it in browser if these links are working or not. So there are two more links about user1 and user2. Yes, these dynamic routes are working fine, but this about button is not working because there is no route with this about URL only. So for this optional route parameters, we can create a new route here, just like this. So this time this about URL will work without username or with username. So let's see in browser if this time it's working or not. User1, user2. Yeah, routes are working. This time this about is also working. Now let's see how we can access these dynamic parameters in about component. So we'll go to that about component, and we will create a constructor here. So we need to inject activated route service, activated route. Yeah, we will implement on init interface, and we'll create a username property to hold that parameter, string colon. And here we need to do this one, like activated route dot params map dot subscribe. And here we can set it like username equal to m.get, and here we need to pass that parameter name. So our parameter name was username only. We will add this username in our HTML. So username is let's see in browser. Yeah, this is working for username 1 2 1 2. Yeah, it's working. We can also create router link dynamically. Like suppose we want to create this link dynamically, because right now it is static. So for this we need to wrap this router link directory in brackets, and here we need to provide an array and in this array we need to provide URL parameters like about was one parameter, and second we can pass like user3. So you can see here this 3 is also working, but we can also pass this user3 dynamically using properties. Like suppose we have one property here, user4 string user4, and we can create another, and we can create one more link, user4. So this time this user4 value will be coming from component. So let's see. Yeah, user4 is also working. So this is how we can set the links for our routes in template. But what if we want to set them on class side? So now we will navigate to route from component on some events. So we will create a button here to just check button, and we'll create a click event here on button click me, and in app component side we will create on button click event. So here we need to navigate to our next route. So for this we need to inject router. So we'll create its property here like router and we will navigate like this dot router dot navigate, and in this we just need to pass that same parameter array that we did in our HTML. Like first is about, and second suppose we want to pass user file. So let's see in browser this time 3 2 and click me 5. Yeah, 5 is also working. And that's it. With these simple steps we can now navigate between different routes in Angular application. I hope this video was helpful in understanding routing in Angular. If you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comments below. Thanks for watching.